What is the biggest lesson you've learned in 2020? And I'm asking you this because so many people focus on the negative. And I know that it's very tempting to wake up in the morning, just look at the world and think, you know what, life happens to me, it doesn't happen for me. There's so much negativity out there, there's this crisis we are going through, I have all those challenges, issues and problems in my life. Life just sucks. But at the same time, if you have this approach, it's going to be very difficult to summon the courage, to have the confidence and the positive energy necessary to keep going after it and to keep becoming the best version of yourself and creating the life that you really want to live. So I feel like that rather than losing control and saying to yourself, you know what, it's the world, it's the environment, there's nothing I can do about this situation, it's important to focus on the right things. And I feel like in any situation in life, you can find something positive. Now, when you look at 2020, I'm aware that some of you watching this, you got sick or your family members got sick. And I really hope that no one from your family died, but I know that statistically it happened to some of you. I know that some of you lost your jobs. I know that some of you got pay cuts, right? Making 50% or less of what you used to make. I know families in Thailand, for example, or Indonesia who basically live from tourism, and right now there is no tourism, so they're really suffering, right? Perhaps some of you have businesses that ended up going down. My girlfriend, for example, she has dance schools in Germany, and because of COVID, she had to close her dance schools. Temporarily, she's gonna open them again, but we don't know when the again will happen. It may happen, I don't know, 4 months from now, 6 months from now, no one knows. In the meantime, she's paying huge rent to have those locations. So look, I know that everyone suffers, but it's up to you to find the meaning in the situation. You can look at the situation in a fully negative way, just focus on the negativity, or you can ask yourself, maybe there's something positive that I can notice about the situation. So again, the question for me here is, what did you learn in 2020? What did it teach you? Now, some of you may say, I didn't learn anything. It's been a shitty year. And if that's the case, I understand where you're coming from. I totally get it. But at the same time, I challenge you to think strong enough and for long enough until you come up with some lessons. Because I'm sure that there are some, right? Even if you're in the worst situation ever, I'm sure that this year taught you the power of appreciation, right? Appreciate little things in life while you have them. For example, myself, I traveled the world for 8 years without any stopping. I would just go from place to place all the time, living in each place maybe for 2 weeks, 4 weeks, sometimes 5 week stops, and then I would move to another location. I took it for granted. I took traveling for granted, and right now it's not the same. It's totally different. I spent most of my time in Germany this year on the lockdown. Now I'm here in Canary Islands, but I'm here in a flat. I can't travel too much, so it's the life will not be the same. And you know, so those things that I took for granted are no longer taken for granted, right? Maybe it's your health. Maybe you took your health for granted and now you got sick or one of your loved ones got sick and you realize, damn, I should really appreciate health while I have it. Perhaps you learn how to appreciate being by yourself. Maybe you're one of those people who don't feel comfortable being by yourself, but you ended up learning how to feel comfortable just being by yourself and feeling comfortable with yourself. Learning how to respect and love and appreciate yourself, right? So I could give you lots of examples here, but the point is, no matter who you are and what are your circumstances, I'm sure that you learned something from this year. And I want you to share this with me and really ponder this, because here's the thing, right? Everywhere we go in life, whatever we do, there are always lessons. And often the most important lessons come from the moments of huge challenges, predicaments, crisis. Right? When something really terrible happens, when everyone is kind of running around, just totally oblivious to any opportunities, when you stop, when you take a deep breath, and you kind of look around, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? The lesson will emerge. Then you can allow that lesson to make you the better version of yourself, right? Life is about growing. It's about never-ending learning and improvement. So again, if you try to find some lessons from 2020, then you will. And if you will find them, then you can allow them to teach you and to make you a better person. So again, let me know what is the most important lesson you've learned. But I'm not making this video specifically so I hear that lesson. It's about propelling you, stimulating you to think about some of the blessings of this year. Because, you know, when you talk to people about it, when you share this idea with people that 2020 is not that bad. No matter what happened to you, there are some positives about this year. You know, most people are like, come on, what are you talking about? Don't be Mr. Positive. This doesn't make any sense. It's BS. But I'm telling you, if you focus on the right things, you will see positive in anything. So let me know. I'm curious to hear from you. Hope that you are doing awesome, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.